Might as well just sit on the friggin' floor.
Good evening and welcome to the Town of Buxton's Selectmen Meeting for January 29th, 2025. Call this meeting to order at 7 o'clock. First order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approval of prior meeting minutes for January 22nd, 2025.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? That's 4 with 1 that was absent. Discussions held between 4 and 7. At 4 o'clock, Chief Kevin Collins came in. We went into executive session, 1 MRSA 4056D union. We were in executive session from 4:15 to 5 o'clock. We were just talking about the new union contract. At 5 o'clock, the attorneys came in. We went into executive session, 1 MRSA 4056E, legal, from 5 o'clock to 6:07. At 6:07, Hunter Cox came in. Just some general conversations about GA. And what else? Anything else?
Patty came in.
Yeah, I meant with Hunter. But
No, that's pretty
No,
much
pretty
it.
much that was it.
yeah. And Patty came in. There was a fire on River Road last night, and she went and did an inspection with electrical inspector and found out that it wasn't an electrical fire, and that was pretty much the conversation there. Projects and issues, Tom.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, we opened up the union negotiations for the police department yesterday, and went into executive session today with the chief and talked it over with the board, and got a few things to work on, and meeting with them again in a couple of weeks, and hopefully get that moved forward. And also with Dave and Frank last night, I attended the budget committee workshop with the budget committee just to kind of kick that off. We didn't really discuss any budgets or anything, just more along the lines of what, if we're going to kind of do things the same as we have in the past, which we plan to. So that was it for me.
Frank.
Yeah, not a lot for me either. I was in the office some this week with the budgets coming out. I was going over some of the nonprofits budgets. Like Tommy said, I attended that meeting last night as well. I had a telephone conversation with our Fire Chief Nate Schools about a personnel issue, and that's my week.
Mark.
Yeah, I did have a conversation with the transfer station department head this week. We did have a malfunction with the skid steer there, and just trying to work that out, trying to get that fixed, and how he's going to move forward. I just want to make mention that a couple weeks ago, I didn't mention this last week, but I did have a meeting with the appraiser of the dam and the attorney. And I will say that we switched attorneys to represent the town of Buxton for the dam process exclusively at this point. And he is more money per hour, but I think he's money very well spent. The way he conducted the meeting, there was no wasted time, how he's negotiating for the town for costs. Everything that he conducted during this meeting, very well done. And so I think the town made a wise move there. He's going to represent the town very well, and so I really appreciated that. I did have a conversation with Kevin Collins, our chief of police, this week as well, just seeing what he's looking for in his budget and things of that nature. So that was my week.
Chad.
Yeah, actually a fairly busy week this week, mostly involved with that fire that happened yesterday. Had a conversation with the fire chief, Nate Schools, the assistant fire chief, Jeremy Redlin, talking about the situation. Also spoke to our code enforcement officer, Patty McKenna, about the plan of doing an investigation and to check on the overall structural situation with the building. And also spoke to Kevin Kimball, our Public Works Director, about getting more salt on the road after that fire because it was, the roads were quite wet after that type of fire of having to haul that type of water. Roads had frozen over, so we was able to get them salted right away before the storm that came up. And spoke to our HR Director, Hunter Cox, about an issue. But I do want to just thank the professionalism or thank the fire department, police department for their professionalism. They were able to get in and knock down the fire real quick at this house on River Road. Unfortunately, it's a total loss, but they were able to make sure everybody was out safely, put the fire out. Police department was on scene blocking traffic and keeping people watching back at a safe distance. And one of the things that really impressed me was our fire department chaplain, Reverend Chuck Reed, who was able to talk with the family, the homeowners, and work with Red Cross about getting them into temporary housing right away in this frigid temperature. So it was impressive how everything came together within a few hours. Was at the fire station afterwards. I'm talking with a lot of the firefighters, and they were able to team effort put those trucks back in service, and so just a great crew and unfortunate circumstances.
With Tom and Frank, I was at the budget meeting last night, the discussion last night at the budget committee. Afterwards, I went over to the fire department because they were just getting back from that fire. Just talked to the guys. They seemed to have a good crew that showed up. They seemed to have everything they needed, and they knocked it down fairly quickly. Nobody got hurt or anything, which is a great thing. They had everything they needed to do it with. So, and as Chad said, Public Works was right there to sand the road afterwards, so there were no more problems. I've talked to Public Works a little bit in the last couple of days about the forklift for transfer station, and they're hoping to have it done by morning. So that's a good thing. Talked to the treasurer a few times about the budgets, and talked to Patty, the CEO, just about things going on in town. So that's about it.
Dave, I just also wanted to kind of thank too about the mutual aid with the surrounding towns.
Yeah.
It was amazing how fast they got there, and so beneficial with towns that don't have, like us, that don't have fire hydrants and a public water supply. So
Yeah, Hollis, Saco,
Scarborough,
Scarborough,
I think
Gorham.
yeah.
Yeah.
Got a lot of water here fast.
Yeah, we had some tankers come from almost all of them.
Yeah.
We had a ladder truck from Saco,
That's right too, yeah.
so a lot of support, and it made a difference. No other buildings were hurt, so. Old business, again, budget meetings are gonna be starting on Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock. New business, that house that burned will be going up for sale for back taxes. It's will be, a realtor will be doing it like we've been doing in these last few ones. And so that'll be on the market here fairly soon.
We are going to clean it up, right?
What?
We're going to clean it up.
We the board has talked about the fire and what's left there, and we've come to a tentative agreement that we're gonna send out to see how much it's gonna cost to have it cleaned up. Because if we sell it and someone doesn't clean it up, then we're gonna have to spend money anyways. So if we get it done now, that goes right on to what's owed to the town, and we get that first, and then the rest will go to the previous owners. So we'll be sending out for some bids to have that torn down. Executive orders, Executive Order 2425-00132, an order approving the attendance of John Myers at the IIMC Region 1 Annual Meeting and New England Clerk Meeting on March 23rd through the 24th.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? That's 5. Executive Order 2425-00133, an order approving 40 hours of vacation time leave for John Myers.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? That's 5. Executive Order 2425-00134, an order approving an abatement of real estate tax for 2425 in the amount of $6,657.74 for map 16, lot 22.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? That's 4 with 1 abstaining. Any executive orders by initiative?
No.
Accounts payable and payroll warrant. Executive Order 2425-00135, an order approving expenditures is documented in payroll warrant 61.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? That's 5. And that amount was $112,575.43. Executive Order 2425-00136, an order approving expenditures is documented in accounts payable 62.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? That's 5. And that amount was $45,457.93. Next meeting of the boards. The next meeting of the selectmen will be Wednesday, February 5th, 2025 at 7 p.m. The next planning board meeting will be held on Monday, February 10th, 2025 at 7 p.m. The selectmen will be meeting with the police department for budget proposals Thursday, January 30th at 6 p.m. And the selectmen will be meeting the Public Works Department on Thursday, February 6th to discuss their budget. What about the budget meeting Tuesday night? Is there one?
I didn't hear Bill say that. Was there a meeting? I don't know. There potentially could be a meeting, but also there,
Yeah. Are you looking it up, Hunter?
Sheridan didn't mention it last night, but.
They didn't? Okay.
all right, but there will be a, go ahead, I'm sorry, I'll finish the comment.
No.
All right. There'll also be a meeting on Monday morning at 9 a.m. With the fire union that I will be attending. I think Frank might be attending if any of the selectmen want to come. So that's another scheduled meeting.
Any other business? Public questions and comments?
Dave Hyman, Buxton, just out of curiosity, that abatement, $6,000, what happened to that one?
It's a charity. It's a nonprofit charity.
Just so the public heard, it's a nonprofit charity.
Anybody else? Any executive sessions after this?
Nope.
I'll take a motion for adjournment at 7:15.
So moved.
All in favor? 5. Have a safe week, and we'll see you next week.